question, what is regular practice? Should it be daily? Is a very clear yes and no. Just the answer you wanted to hear. So, no, in the sense that if you are forcing yourself to do something and have a fixed time, fixed length, all of that every day, then it's not really, in other words, you won't be able to keep it up. The long-term consistency will fade and you will feel disappointed because you started, you stopped, and so on. So yes, in the sense that it is really, really, really important to stay connected with what I call practice each day. See? So now, if you really respond to the needs of your day, then you'll respect that as opposed to, oh, well then it doesn't matter what length or how much and I'm doing a bit. So the danger here, my point is, the danger here is that you could slip into simple little practices every day and justifying it for yourself, oh, but I did it every day, which still is good. It's good, right? But you need to pay attention to it. What am I doing? What are the reasons? So that brings us into the second question, how long should the practice be? So again, that's going to vary. How much have you learned? How much have you stabilized and regularly do? And maybe now, because you're not rushing out and commuting, you have more time at home. Maybe not. Maybe things are crazy at home. Who knows, right? So the point is that take a bit of time, invest a bit of time to have learned techniques. And then when you know them reasonably well, you'll be able to have 10 minutes, have 1 hour, have 2 hours, etc. See? So how long should it be? It will be based on actually what is actually going on today. If you continuously say, well, I'm doing a bit and I make it short, I make it short, I make it short, that is like trying to start a relationship, get to know somebody, and always just having a quick cup of coffee and having to leave. Quick cup of coffee, having to leave. One, probably the person you're meeting will get a little bit tired of that after a while, a little impatient, and say, oh, I don't think they're really into this. You know, they're not really giving me the attention. Is this what I want in a partner? And basically your practice is saying the same. It's like, well, you know, thanks for showing up for a few minutes each day, but what are you really doing with me? Okay? So that will be the determiner of length. It's that, okay, I can make 20 minutes, I can make 30 minutes. And so part of that will be, well, if you learn a few routines and then you get them down, you can start to fix them in. And we've done plenty of videos here, plenty of breath routines. There's enough resources for body, asana, physical practices for you to figure stuff out, even if you've learned some with us. But definitely on the breath routines, on mental routines, and even the one I just showed. And so having those done well, ironically, if you have a piece of time apportioned, ideally in the morning, gives you more time, gives you more space, okay? It's focused activity, concentrated times, see? So if I'm like that in the bathroom, I'm not just sort of aimlessly, you know, I'm actually now directly engaged and involved in something and affecting my energy level, doing the standing, shaking practice we just did. And then sit and get your mind clear on what you're doing. Right, I'm going to do this with the breath. Okay, I have more time, I'm going to prolong what I'm doing with the breath. Then I'm going to go into some of the mental meditative techniques, right? Or I have less time today, I'm going to do a short breath thing, and I'm going to do a simple mental technique, okay? So, when you can, you are developing a relationship via the means of practice with your inner self. So, embrace that, give it more time. It's extremely rewarding, okay? But it's also very forgiving and very understanding, and knows that you will have different demands on different days, which is why what can become regular daily takes on a bit of an undulating curve due to the basically the differences of a day in a life. Okay, and your interest inside, just like it would be to spend more time with a partner, especially if you're starting something with them, would be, your interest would be for that. But you also have to take care of your responsibilities, but give it time. And your morning time is beautiful for that, but you can take moments throughout the day, maybe have an evening time if it works out, okay? And then with that comes no extra pressure, but the self-responsibility is there. With it comes no guilt or damn, I missed it, kind of personal, you might have that little battle inside of you. So just be like, okay, I'm in this, and I get to it each day. And some days I have more, and then if I'm deliberately making other days less, okay, I need to look at that. But some days are less, okay? So hopefully that is helpful, clear, regularity and length of time, right? More specifics on that are difficult to do on general platforms like this, but as we're one day in the future back in person teaching this stuff, then we can get into it. And really, no one, when it comes down to it, no one can really tell you, because you have to navigate your life. But you can get some good advice, some good inputs. And that's what I'm hoping I'm doing here right now. Okay? So, then let's start with some of the breath stuff. Okay? We've done a little bit of movement. You've settled yourself sitting. Okay? We're going to do the pumps first. Okay? So, relax at the navel. See, that means I've relaxed chest, upper abdomen, navel and lower abdomen. When I'm working with the breath, I have the lower abdomen under control. When I'm going to go pumping, it has to release. 20 pumps followed by external hold, okay? Relax. Here we go. Now you make that a longer exhale, which uses your lower abdomen. You get about 2/3 of the way through, then you pause, keep the pelvic floor held, lower abdomen in place, close the nose, thumb and ring finger, hard up, tilt your chin, and hold it out. Lift up and inhale. Whenever you start these things, the first round is always good to do milder, especially with pumping and holding breath, because you might just jump in and there's an underlying level of tension, and then you'll be stuck with that. So you do it mild, and it actually helps remove that tension. And hopefully the bouncing, shakes, that activity helped reduce it too. Second round, okay, 30 pumps. And we will exhale, hold, then we'll inhale and hold, okay? And again, if the holding is too long for you, just do shorter. Relax navel and lower abdomen, ah in the mouth. And we pump. Into the exhale. Now pause, so I'm holding the pelvic floor, lower abdomen in place, free in the upper abdomen, close, hard up, tilt. Head up. Now you inhale through both nostrils. Pause, close. Still lower abdomen and pelvic floor held. Tilt. head back up, and then you mildly exhale. If you were watching at a later point the recorded version of this, you can use it to your advantage and pause. Maybe there's other practice you know and you're doing. Then you return to join in maybe in some of the other meditative bits we do. Right now I'm going to do one more round of this, okay? Same counts, all of that. System becoming nicely conditioned. Relax. On your mouth. Little hold in the pelvic floor. And we go. .30 into an exhale. So you mainly drive that exhale, navel and below. And you pause there, pelvic floor, lower abdomen held, close, heart up, tilt. Head back up. Now inhale slowly through both nostrils. Pause. Close the nose, heart up, lower abdomen held, pelvic floor mildly held. In other words, they stay stable. Head up and slowly exhaling. Now for those of you who've done more breath or pranayama practice, and with us perhaps, you might be saying, you know, what are these names, what's he doing, etc. These are, they're challenging in the sense of having a pump and even inhale for 10 seconds and hold breath in or out for 20 seconds. That's quite challenging, okay? But I've only done 3 rounds, keeping it simple, 2 at the longer level, okay? So actually, you know, maybe in the bigger picture of pranayama, you could say they fall under the category, but I would still call them preconditioning practices. So, and that's mainly what I'm doing on these platforms now. Same with the ratio breaths, quad ratio, and so on. And this, so it has you pumping kapalabhati, and you know, it's very simplified Bhastrika in a way because it did follow with the retentions. Okay. At the same time, it's if you had just the 3 minutes and only did that, wonderful. It has a great impact on the cellular level. See, and how you'll feel from that is way more than the amount of time in the few minutes that you put into it. Okay. So some of these techniques are to help you with some time management, right? Those of us building and growing more with a full pranayama practice, okay, there's more than what I'm doing just now. At the same time, this is highly effective, very valuable, clear, direct breath work, okay? So now we just get into the quad ratio, okay? We can jump straight in because we've had the pumping and breath holding practice just before it. Now I'm going to do a count of 4. Okay, start with the exhale. Now pelvic floor held, lower abdomen slightly held, and you inhale through both nostrils. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to double exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 round. Wonderful. Let's go again. Inhale through both nostrils. Pause. Double exhale. Pause, keep the breath out. Good, pelvic floor held. Inhale, both nostrils. Pause. Double exhale. Pause. Inhale through both nostrils. Pause. Double exhale. Empty. Pause. Pelvic floor held. Inhale through both nostrils. Pause. Double exhale. So if you're following along with this count, it's quite simple, and that means 3 breaths in a minute, which means 9 breaths, 3 minutes. And that's what we're going to do. And I hope you have 3 minutes in your life. Pause. Out. Hold the base, inhale the nose. Pause. Double exhale. Empty. Pause. Hold the base, inhale nostrils. Pause. Double exhale. Empty. Pause. Inhale nose. Pause. Double exhale. Pause. One more like this. Pelvic floor held, inhale nose. Pause. Double exhale. Pause. Good, now we're going to immediately inhale through the tongue, Shitali, in a tri-ratio. Inhale. And you just pause, pulling the tongue back in. Now we get the double exhale in. It's really just a turn around, so it's a minimal pause, and you're back with the tongue. Inhale. Pause, close the mouth. Start a double exhale. Empty. Hold the base, and then ready for the inhale. Pause. Double exhale. Empty. Turn it around. Inhale through the tongue. Pause. Double exhale. Empty. Turn it around. Ready, inhale, tongue. Pause. Double exhale. Empty. Pause. Tongue, inhale. Pause. Double exhale. Empty. Turn around. Hold the base. Inhale, tongue. Pause. Double exhale. Empty. One last one like this. Inhale the tongue. Pause, close the mouth. Slowly exhale. Might be a soft sound in the throat as you exhale, see? It's soft, it's not overly forced. Good, now you're going to breathe in through both nostrils. We're going to do 8 rounds of the hum of the soft palate, Brahmari, okay? And again, exhale is double inhale, so one more of these. Now just let your breath fade away. Ideally you're sitting there with the eyes closed. So the point of this video and teaching is not sit back and watch it, though you might use it to understand the detail a bit more, but it's really to help guide you do practice. Now just almost you've let the breath go. No breath, almost. Only what the body needs. Can you watch that? Get down, maybe you're watching it at the nostrils. Even better, get down to the primal movement at the navel. Watch that. Start to tap into the space between the flow of in and out breath. as you get settled and comfortable with it. One approach is to stay there with the navel and tune in, and your interest is to look further, deeper behind the navel. What's there? What's there? If you feel an urge, a call, a draw to engage in some of the mental techniques, then you might move up into the heart. And you tap into the gratitude here, and the forgiveness here. Move up into the brain, floor of the brain, base of the brain, trying to find open space there. Get clear, and even though it's connected with the heart, comes from the heart, you might be here to open and ask for guidance, help. So I'm going to leave you here sitting, ideally nicely internalized. When you're done with it, maybe stretch out and lay down for a few moments, and then have a wonderful day, and continue to engage into this each day. And I'll see you again on here very soon. Thank you.